$100 bill. Wake up, go put your every roll. Viva la vida, uri viva la vida. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Setu, and this is a bit different because it is not a vlog. I just wanted to say up front, I originally filmed this Q&A, I think it was like around October, or yeah, somewhere around then, and I kind of didn't like the footage, and there was like a lot going on in my life at the time, and I just didn't feel I was in the right mindset. So I actually still have the footage, I just never got around to like uploading it, because I feel like where I was then in terms of like just emotionally, spiritually, all that stuff, just had a lot going on. So thought I'd give it another try. I know Casey had like requested to do like a get ready with me video, so I thought I would just like put those together, because I feel like my makeup is so minimal, it would be a very quick video if I had to just do that on its own. If you're new here, like and subscribe, and let's get on with the video. Ow. So I had originally asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram, and I remember I had like a poll to do like a just chill answer the questions, or like a get ready with me. So let's do that. First things first, my base is typically coconut oil. I don't put anything else on my skin besides like vitamin C serum every now and again, but I usually forget that. That's usually like at night. But in the mornings, or like when I'm getting ready for the day, I usually just put coconut oil, and then the first thing I go in with is the Volume Talks eye cream. Oh my gosh, I feel like such like a influencer. Oops, I hope this lighting doesn't keep doing that. So I typically just like put it under my eyes, and yeah, I also just want to like put out, not everybody's experience is exactly the same, so I'm just gonna speak from my journey and experience being here. So I know a lot of people who've like been here and like have stayed for like 10 years, and I know people who've like been here and like dipped out like a year later. So I just, yeah, everybody's got a different experience and like different schools and all that stuff. Just want to put that out there before, like, because it's just, be aware that it's not exactly the same for everybody. So the first question, do you enjoy your life? Are you content? This is from Pasta Plus Toast. At the moment, I honestly do enjoy my life in Korea. Like, I am enjoying like every bit of, okay, I am quite content. I love my job, I love like my kids, and yeah, it's just like I'm excited to go to work every day, because it's just, I need to stop saying my kids because they're not my kids. Sorry, I just went in with a primer. This is from Vanilla Co. It's just like a, and it comes in waves and like seasons, but I would say at the moment, the way my life is going and like I'm quite content. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. Next question from Sana. What's the best advice you could give someone coming to teach in Korea? The best advice? I don't know if it is the best, but I'm just shaping my eyebrows. I would say just come here with an open mind, because it is very different from like our home countries, like Western style of like teaching, and be willing to like learn and like put yourself out there and enjoy the process. Like, find joy in the little things, whether it's like your students. I know for me, like getting to experience new food and like new things, I didn't know what it was going to be like, so I just came here with like a blank slate. And I know some people would say it's better to like know what you're getting into, but I just came here and I just like dove in, just went in it. So that's what worked for me, and yeah, and I've loved it. I mean, I'm still here. So eyebrows, it's just like a eyebrow palette thing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shape them. Oh, it's gonna be really tricky. Is Korea better than South Africa? I don't think it's necessarily better. I think every country has its own pros and cons. I think there are things that I absolutely love about South Africa. I mean, it's my home country, and there are things that I absolutely love about Korea. I think they're just different in their own way. It's like, is pizza better than a hamburger? I don't know, that's such a terrible example, but like, they're just, yeah, there are pros and cons to each, and I have obviously like a soft spot for my country, but I also have a soft spot for like Korea. And yeah, I suppose it depends on like the kind of person you are. And there are things that I love about Korea, like everything here is so efficient. It's just like so go go go, which is also like it could be a downside, because it's just people are always just like on the go and there's no like chill. And then back home, it's like obviously I have my family, and like I love like just how everybody's like chill and like, and all the vibes, you know. So I hope that answers the question. Another one from Sana: which degree is the best to pursue in uni according to your choice? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, that's like, yeah, it depends on the person, and I think, yeah, it's up to you. I have a degree in social work. Everybody that I know here has different degrees and like masters. Depends on like what you are passionate about, or like what you value most. For me, I've always like had a passion to work with children, so I went that route. Do you plan on living in Korea forever? I don't know. I think at the moment, it's such like a difficult question to answer, because I wasn't even expecting to be in Korea for this long. I was only planning to come here for just a year, and like now I'm like in my 5th year. Maybelline concealer, like I said, I did not plan to be here this long, and I absolutely like love it. I'm enjoying the experience and like the journey that I have here, and I've grown so much being here. So in terms of like the future, I used to like think a lot of like, I had a plan like what I wanted my future to look like and what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be in the world, and Korea was not one of them. So that's just like a testament to how like God is just, he knows our plans, and we can just, yeah, trust in him, and like you just never know where life will take you. But I'm not saying you should not have a plan. At the moment, I'm just like enjoying what I'm doing now. When I do feel like the urge to start thinking about the future again, I'll probably think about it. That's not very helpful. I know, I'm sorry, Sana. So next question is is it really expensive to get to South Korea, or everyone has their own experience? I think everyone has their own experience, and depending on how you are like financially. I did pay quite a bit, and I just graduated, so I didn't really have that much. Basically, I spent all my savings that I had. I used to babysit while I was at university, so I used most of my money, and I actually had to like borrow some money from like family. So it is quite pricey, just because it's like a lot of documentation and like things having to be shipped, and like courses. I had to take like the TEFL, one of those. And yeah, so, but I know some people, it's just like, if you can afford it, then it's cool. Sorry, I'm just like going in with my fingers, letting it like sit in, conceal. Yeah, but I do have to say though, you make up the money so quickly once you're here. All the money that I spent, I like was able to like pay my family back super quick, because it is like worth it compared to like how much you would get paid as a teacher in South Africa. You do make up the money very quickly. Nobuntu Black, how are you? I'm good. I'm so good. I feel like at the time I was going through the most, but I'm good now. Thank you for asking. Terms and conditions apply to if you're planning to come back to South Africa. What's the plan? If I were to go home, I would like to obviously go into the field of like working with children. My passion has always been like specifically in schools, which is why I'm like teaching. I would like do like some form of like counseling and all that, just like working in a school kind of environment with childhood development and all that. But who knows? Only the Lord knows at this point. And how long do you plan to stay there? Like I said, only the Lord knows. So I'm not giving like definitive answers. Nina, if Beaver became a beaver, what would you do? So I'm a huge believer I'm a huge Justin Bieber fan. So I'm just going in with my Fenty foundation. I just don't like having the foundation on my fingers. If Justin Bieber was a beaver, own him as a pet if it was possible. Yeah. So I use my sponge. Sorry, it's really dirty. But I typically use this side for like the foundation, and I spray it with like a makeup fixer, and I just dab it like 3 times, and then I don't know why, I just do that. In my head, I think it like sits better. And I always start here and I loop around my mouth. Next question, do I miss SA? I miss home so much. I feel like now it's been worse with like the pandemic and like not being able to travel. I'm hoping like this, since things are like opening up this year, I'll be able to like go in like July, August, like the next summer vacation. I just miss being around like that vibe. Like when I get to the airport, every time I go home and I just hear people like speaking like in like South African accent, oh, I get goosebumps. Or like when somebody like talks to me in like Sothokapas, like Suzulu, and like I like get goosebumps so much. How long have you been in Korea and how did you get the teaching job? So I've been here since 2017 July. And how did I get a teaching job? This is probably the most common like question I get. So in terms of like how I ended up here, I just graduated and I like planned to go to England to go do like au pairing for this family I became really close to from like babysitting, and that fell through. Is that the word? It didn't work out. And then I saw the ad on like Facebook. Travel Bud is like the agency I use. I don't know if it's an agency or a company. What do you call that? And they had like a promotion running for that time, and I applied. I'm still in connection with them even today because they're just like so good at what they do, and like I worked with them from like start to like all the way to like getting to Korea. So you just apply and they let you know all the information. You get like an interview. They connect you with like a TESOL course agency. I think I used Explore Asia for that. From there, they after like the course, they like link you with like the company here in Korea, which was Hands Korea that I came through. And yeah, I worked with them, got to GOE, and I work at a public school. I get that a lot too, and that's how I got this job. Like I said, I'm still in connection with like most of those agencies. They were so kind, just helped me throughout the whole entire process, and I would like always recommend people to at the same time. I'm going again with the concealer just under my eyes, and then I just go over my nose and then up here, and then I just tap. What's something you wish you knew before coming to Korea that I would completely fall in love with it? I don't know. Like I said in the beginning, I like just came in with like no expectations. I have that kind of a personality type where it's like one of actually my top strengths is adaptability. I just came in, and I remember before I left, like I like looked at like K-pop because that's the only thing I knew, and like I think it was a week before, and I downloaded like BTS albums and like Infinity and GOT7 and EXO. I never really listened to them. I just like got them just so I like knew something, but I still didn't. I think if anything it would be like how much I would completely love it and love my job and like the kids, and how happy I would be. How old are you, sis? Tipiso? Oh my gosh, I haven't said like South African names in so long. How old am I? At the time, I was 29. And I know this was a shocker to you guys, to like a lot of you guys, but I am officially in my 30s, and I've always been like very like creeped out about my age for like the longest time. Always saying I was like 23 to like everyone, and most of my friends forgot because they're like, oh yeah, how old are you again? And I even forgot sometimes how old I was because I was just like, I'm 23. It's just like a running joke that I had with my friends and like family. I'm just going in with a translucent powder. I think it's just like a Innisfree Olive Young brand thing. And I just go right under here. But yeah, like I said, I am 30 and I am thriving. And I don't know if I'm thriving. Yeah, I am thriving. I actually I think it's like the first time in the longest time where I've like fully like embraced my age and actually not being freaked out about like getting old and aging. And like I think because like I'm in such like a better headspace and not too worried or like stressed out about the future, if that makes sense. Same. Most of these I'm just gonna skip because like they are like the ones that I've already asked. Okay, next one from Manda Celinda. I hope I said that right, but I see you, girl. How do you stay so consistent in your devotions? I struggle so much. I can go days without prayer. I think everybody struggles with this. Like I know the most like strongest people of like faith, and like they have struggle with this too. It is about your personal relationship. And like, sorry, I'm using this, I've had this for so long, this palette from Etude, and this is literally what I do every single day. I use this shade, you can tell it's like gone to like base my eyelids. And yeah, it is your relationship with God. And like in terms of like prayer, that is definitely something I totally struggle with. I don't necessarily pray every day. Like I will read like scripture and like I would like think about it and like but some days I'm just like I'm reading it and making notes. Some days I just read and go. And then some, like that is, yeah, prayer is something that I do like have struggled with a lot recently, especially like with everything that's been going on. But I think the Lord knows your heart, and like he knows like he knows you better than you do. He knows me better than I know myself. I think it's just showing up when you can. And I think we have such like a gracious God, and like we forget that sometimes. Next I go in with this darker shade there. Oh my gosh, you can see the camera. That's me, multiverse me. And I usually just go on the ends here. So yeah, if anything, like everybody struggles with this, and just know that like you're not alone, and God knows your heart, and don't be so hard on yourself because he is not. Next question, Listo Rose. Pandemic and ESL industry. So I'm assuming it's like how it's been with the pandemic. I know actually when it was like very, very intense, they were like not bringing people in. I think everything is fine now. I mean, this was like months ago, so my bad. Simju, I love you too. Everybody was asking me where she is. But she went home and she's moving to Canada in April. I'm so proud of her. So proud of you, Sungju. You're gonna do so well. And then I just go in with like a lighter shade here. This one. Literally 1, 2, 3 every day. You can tell. I never use any other colors unless I'm like doing something in the weekend. But it's the same 3 shades every day. And I just go in on the inner side. Where do you see yourself in the future? I pretty much answered that question. At this present moment, I don't really know. I would like, my dream is to like obviously work in a field where I'm like helping kids, early childhood development or like counseling. And I would love to like have a family. I want to like just want babies, guys. I want so many babies. That's how it looks. And then I usually go in with my eyeliner. I just got it from Daiso. So that is all the questions from like Instagram. I do have like ones from like YouTube. So I just basically highlight like my beauty spots. I only highlight 2 of these because I feel like this one you can see it really well, and this one my hair covers it, so it's like what's the point? So usually I just do this one because the concealer like covered it. So I just tap on it to, oh my gosh, that's so big, my bad. And then I do one here also because of the makeup pretty much covered it, like that. I don't know if you can see. There we go. And then I'm gonna use my mirror for this because this is always really tricky. I just do a line at the bottom. We all know the struggle with eyeliner, okay? I'm not even gonna try pretend that I am a pro at this, because every day it's so different. It never looks exactly the same, so bear with me. Maybe too thick. Oh, I give up. Okay, I think that looks fine. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this quickly, and then I will get like the other questions because they're not saved on my phone. So I ran out of like my contour thing. I haven't had time to go buy it, so usually I'll just do like a line here and a line here, but not that phased about it either. I just like do some like loops around, and then I do one of these and just to give some color. You can't really see it that well, but yeah. I need to stop doing that. And then I go ahead and highlight, also Sephora with this highlighter, and I usually just like highlight my top of like where it arches on the brows and the side, and then I just go in here. I don't know what this is called. I actually know what this is called, but I can't think of it now. Because I'm not wearing a mask, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Sometimes I do like do here on my nose. Setting spray, makeup fixer, and I just my hair's annoying me. But I literally just like went on my the app. I scrolled onto my comments as far as like 5 months ago. If I miss some questions, I will kind of like try doing an updated Q&A. I get very uncomfortable about like doing sit down videos. That's why I like doing just vlogs, because yeah, it's a weird struggle for me, but I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and answer some of these YouTube questions, but also a lot of them I've already answered and like very similar to like some of the Instagram questions. Where in South Africa are you from? I was born in Joburg, Soweto, and I live in Cape Town at the moment. And then the next question, my accent, oh my goodness. It is something I'm very aware of, and something partly why I don't like to do sit down videos and talk for too long, because I am very much like aware. When I first moved to Korea, with my town specifically, my only friends were basically like American, and I spent like literally 24/7 with them. I just kind of like picked up on that, because I was just, you know how they say you become the people who you spend the most time with, and I've had a very close relationship with American, and I think that's partly why my accent's like this. But also with the English we teach in Korea, they specifically like the American accent. Like our CDs and our videos are very much like American style, and it is something I'm like super like self-conscious about, because I really don't like it. Like even sending voice notes to like people, I honestly hate it. Like talking to my friends, I remember like the first, like my friends would like tease me in the beginning, like, oh my gosh, you've only been here for like a year, like what is this? And I like and I just kind of like avoided like talking to people. What is something I miss most about home? Something that's like really surprised me the most? It's very easy. I miss kota so much, and like people have asked like, oh, why don't you like make it yourself? It's not the same, and like the sauces are like not the same. I think that's what it is, because I mean I could try to like do it myself in terms of like ingredients, but like the sauce and like acha and like, oh yeah, I miss that a lot. Oh, I did not expect to like miss kota that much, but like even thinking about it, it hurts my soul. So that is something I definitely, yeah, I shouldn't have brought that up, because now it's just going to be a struggle. How do you handle your finances when it comes to food? Most South African YouTubers in Korea are always complaining about how expensive fruits and vegetables are. Yeah, they are expensive, but like you guys know in my vlog, I usually like shop once a week on Sundays. I do like my weekly grocery shop. I'm a sale kind of girl. So in terms of how I handle my finances and like buying fruit and vegetables, I look for the red stickers all the time, which is why I like buy the red sticker stuff and I use it within the week because it's cheaper and that does save money. But also living in the countryside and like most of the stuff like being grown, gifted a lot of fruit and vegetables, which is always such a bonus because like my landlord, she has like a little garden outside. Every now and again they'll like put out like bowls of like onions and like potatoes and vegetable, and they'll offer us to like take for free, which is always so nice. So yeah, I know the struggle, especially that avocado. Ooh, that is super expensive. Adjusting with the language and such. I remember my first year, like I watched so much Korean dramas. I don't watch them now as much because you guys know my friend left that I used to like watch with. I feel like I'm okay, like I can survive in terms of the basics. I am not where I would have wished that I would have been now. I never like did like any classes or like took any courses or anything. Everything I've done has just like been my own and like just learning. I know people who've been here the same time as me and their Korean is so good. I think being able to teach English, I took it as a way of like I'm teaching my students English, but also at the same time I'm getting to learn Korean through like teaching English. I think that's how I learned most of it, and now I am in a place where I'm like trying to like start taking it more seriously, I guess. I wish I had in the beginning, but yeah. Do you prefer countryside to the city? 1,000 times yes. If you had asked me like when I first came here, I was so miserable. I did not like it. I wanted to go home, and now I could not think of being in any other place than like this small town. I absolutely love the countryside and I'm so happy. Like being in the city makes me so like ooh. Like I like to go there for weekends or like go for like a day or so, but my home is different. I'm a countryside girl now. I'm a country girl. And a few people asked about Jay. You guys obviously see he's not in any of the vlogs recently over the past like few months, but yeah, him and I are not together anymore. It's quite sad, but we moved. When I was supposed to post this, there was so much going on in terms of like just where we were and like our relationship and journey, and we're not longer together. That is the tea. My battery is about to die. It is flashing. It's gonna go off at any moment, but I wanted to say thank you guys so much for the questions. I hope I did an okay job. Like I said, I've answered most of them from my own experience, and wanted to also say thank you so much for all the support that you guys have always given me. And yeah, I'm honestly really grateful to have been able to share this journey with you guys. Guys, it is obviously much later. I left to go like charge my battery and I never got back to like a video, so I just wanted to come on and say thank you so much again for submitting all the questions. I hope it's been somewhat helpful. I know it's been like months since the actual questions. I will try do another like a Q&A video type style, and yeah, I'll let you guys know when I do that. And other than that, I hope you are having a good day, a good morning, a good evening, wherever you are watching this. I hope you are staying cool, safe, or warm. And yeah, I'm so tired. I just wanted to like, I was about to go like take a shower and take off my makeup, and then I realized, oh no, I have to film an outro. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight and head to bed because I'm so tired right now. Thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next video, which I will film tomorrow.